What is up, you guys? It is Gawa here, back with another MTG video. Today, we are going to be doing and reviewing my Chatterfang Squirrel General EDH, EDH Commander deck. So, this deck was built from my hands as well as one of my friends. Shout out to KB. He kind of put some of the pieces in together and we kind of built together to make this deck. This is the deck that I had pretty much find the most success with, and it's also tons of fun to play. This one's more of, like, it has some of the combos in it, none of the crazy stuff, but it also has a lot of the token generating things, which is what I really prefer in the Chatter, because obviously with his, if you guys have never read Chatter before, if one or more tokens will be created under your control, those tokens plus that many 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens are created instead. 1 black mana to sacrifice X squirrels, target creature gets +X, -X till end of turn. Very good if you can find a way to get infinite squirrels, because you then basically just run your opponents over. But yeah, so let's get into this, into my stack here. So, shit, let's not ruin the whole production. So, we start off with basically 10 basic swamps. Nothing crazy. Over here. We start off with 10 basic forests as well. So, you know, just have like a variety just to tap. So let me just take off the top. Okay. So the first card here we use is Swarmyard. Very, very good card. Super underrated. I don't see it in many Chatterfang decks. Just very good for the bottom part here, where you can basically regenerate target insect, rat, spider, or squirrel. The squirrel is really what you care for. Just obviously as there's a bunch of squirrels in this deck, and, you know, very good. We have a command tower, obviously. We have Jungle Hollow. You gain 1 life. It enters the battlefield tapped, though, but you still get 1 life, and you can get a green or a black from it. Landlord Waste, 1 colorless, or you just do 1 damage to yourself to get a green or a black as well. Temple of Malady. A lot of these do come in tapped. You guys could upgrade to get the better versions that don't come in tapped, but, you know, you get to scry off this one. This one, Verdant Catacombs, very good. A Crackland, Shockland, I think they're called, or whatever it's called. I think those ones are Shocklands, actually. These ones are Fetchlands, sorry. The only one I have in here. This one, it's a double-sided, a green and a black. Just you add either. Woodland Cemetery, enters battlefield tapped unless you control a swamp or forest. So that one's just good. Deathclad, tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. So a lot of these times, too, they're very good. So for that case. And then we have Overgrown Tomb. Very, very good card. It enters the battlefield. You shock it in, pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters battlefield tapped. But the good thing about this card is, if you fetch, like with certain cards you'll see in this deck, you can actually go and get this one because it is a swamp forest. So, yeah. So, we'll just start off the top here. We have Elvish Mystic. You know, just a basic. Add 1 to your mana pool. Perfect for Chatter. Soul Ring. Another also incredible card, just because, you know, if you get a Soul Ring and an Elvish Mystic, you can have a turn 2 Chatter. We have the Assassin's Trophy. You know, destroy target permanent. Controller puts search library for a basic land. So, I mean, it's cool. Like, it has its setbacks just because if they need the mana, you know, they get it. We have Michonne, the Ruthless Survivor. She enters the battlefield. She creates 2 Walker tokens. Good thing for that. And then, you know, as long as she's equipped with the 2 Walkers, she gains Indestructible. So, it's a pretty good card. Avoid Fate, just a counter target spell for 1 green. Can't complain. Army of the Damned, this one is just phenomenal for Chatter. Put 13 2/2 black zombie creature tokens on the battlefield. You know, if you have things in this deck like Parallel Lives per se, you add this, you know, you just make 26 zombies, 26 squirrels. You just have an army. Scurry Oak. Scurry Oak works with Denzel, I think his name is. +1/+1, infinite things to make infinite squirrels. Very good. Ashnod's Altar. Sacrifice a creature, add 2 colorless. I need to pick up Phyrexian Altar, though. A lot of people keep telling me that, which is, I do agree. Because, you know, make colorless mana instead. We have Toski, Bearer of Secrets, another phenomenal card. You know, indestructible, spell can't be countered. He attacks, he has to attack, and whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. It can get risky, though, if you have so many squirrels and attacking, you don't want to mill yourself to death. We have Blood Artist here. Whenever Blood Artist or another creature dies, target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Another very good, solid card. I did have the Exquisite Blood and Sanguine Bond combo in here, but I decided to take it out because I'm not a big fan of it. It's just, I feel like it's too cheese. We have Arcane Signet, you know, obviously. So, going back to what I was just saying, this right here is the combo piece. Ivan Lane. So basically, a green creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So basically, you play him, or you play this, this comes in, you put a +1/+1. Whenever you put a +1 on here, you make a squirrel. Whenever the squirrel comes in, it counts as a green creature, then putting another one on Scurry Oak, so therefore you just basically get unlimited squirrels. Staff of Tatiana, whenever a equipped creature attacks, create a 1/1 green forest, you do damage equal to the number of forests you have. Another phenomenal card. Sylvan Anthem, green creatures +1/+1. Whenever a green creature enters battlefield, scry 1. You know. This one, I don't know. I was tempted to take this one out, but I don't know. It's pretty good. Draw a card for each creature you control. Again, very risky if, per se, you get parallel lives. You make, you know, 26 squirrels, 26 zombies, and then you have to, you know, get a crazy amount. We have Beast Within, just another little, just, you know, destroy a target. Squirrel Mob, phenomenal card. +1/+1 for each other squirrel on the battlefield. Insane. We have one of the 2 planeswalkers in this. We have Lolith, Spider Queen. You draw a card, you lose 1 life, create 2 zombie creature tokens, and then whenever an opponent is dealt combat damage by 1 or more creature you control, if that player lost less than 8 life, they lose life equal to the difference. Another good card. Nut Collector, another good one, another squirrel, you know, squirrel maker. We have Dryer Keeper, enters battlefield 2 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens. Squirrels you control get +1/+1 and gain menace until end of turn. Very good. You're going to have a lot of squirrels. Just get out of the blockers, you know. Next one we have Beastmaster Ascension, you know. So if you just keep swinging with your squirrels or whatever tokens you have, and boom, you just get +5/+5. Bitter Blossom, beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life, put 1/1 black fairy rogue creature token with flying, good with chatter as well, but also flying is also very good to have. Withering Boon, just basically a target's counter spell. Zendikar, you make the green plants, which is also good. Pitiless Plunder, here it is. Here is the 2 combo, infinite combo here to make infinite treasure tokens. So basically all you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have 2 squirrels to begin. You're going to want to have the Pitiless Plunder and 1 black mana. You're just going to basically sacrifice it through Chatter's second ability. Basically, then creating 2 treasure tokens to squirrels. You're going to want to sack it, pay 1 of those treasure tokens to reactivate his ability, and you're going to be left with one treasure token. Jeez. And then you're basically going to just repeat, and you're going to have infinite treasure tokens. Mox Amber, phenomenal card. Skull Clamp, I call it Squirrel Clamp. Skull Clamp just for, you know, taking stuff off your squirrels. Squirrel Nest, Enchanted Land, they basically tap, you make squirrels. This is more of a food token one, so that's another good one. So this one as well, this is a good combo basically. Chain of Smog and Witherbloom Apprentice. So basically, player discards 2 cards, and you may copy the spell, so you just keep copying Chain of Smog from Witherbloom with the Magecraft, and basically you just drain your opponents of life. We have Ruthless Nav, that's another infinite combo where you can get treasure tokens, and then you basically could draw your whole deck. Post Malone, Post Son of Rich, it's just Carrick, you know, it's just if you want to start paying life and you have a lot of life, you just start doing that instead. So you don't have to pay for the black symbol cost. You lose 1 life, draw a card. Play extra land on turn. The chosen creature type gets +2/+2. Make those 0/1 Eldrazi tokens where you can sack for the colorless mana. Birds of Paradise. You know, add 1 mana of any color. It's basically just the better Elvish Mystic. Nature's Lore. Search your library for a forest card. Put that card. So that's an example for where you would play that and you would grab a Overgrown Tomb. But yeah. Next, we have a Worldly Tutor. We have a Mana Crypt. You know, you guys know what these cards are. Creeping Corrosion. What am I saying? Destroy all artifacts. Good card. Trample. It gives your other creatures trample. Tokens you control have tap, add green mana. Phenomenal card for this deck. You can cast this one if you had, like it had Flash. You create a 1/1 for every creature you have in play. So just say, again, you have the 26 squirrels, 26 zombies. You then make 26 of them, which triggers Chatterfang yet again. Farseek, just search your library. So that one's for an actual... I think that one... Oh, so that one is as well, not for a basic land, so that's good. We have additional cost, draw 2 cards, create a treasure token, very good in situational things. Sylvan Library, just basically more card draw. We have Verdant Catacombs. We have Garruk, where you just create wolves and you get an emblem with +3/+3 and have trample. Phenomenal card if you can get that cooking, because you just play the wolves, and every time the wolf dies, you just get loyalty counters for Garruk. We got a Demonic Tutor. We got your creatures get +1/+1, black and green, and you create a worm token. We have Parallel Lives, you know, double tokens. Cultivate. This one is the one for the 2 basic land cards. Crash the Party. I love this one. Basically, you just create a tapped 4/4 green Rhino warrior creature token for each tapped creature you control. So just tap out your 26 squirrels, make 26 more attacking. We have Bolas Citadel. Look at the top of your library. Phenomenal. Grey Merchant of Apostles. Your devotion. You just gain life. People lose life equal to it. Old Gnawbone. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, create that many treasure tokens. So you could do like 50 damage, create 50 treasure tokens. But if you do have the infinite, you don't really need to worry about it. SGS Chariot. Very good card. Basically, you create 2 green creature tokens. We have Village Rites. You just card draw. You have Chatterstorm, which he has Storm, which is really good, and you create a 1/1 green creature token. Second Harvest is an instant for each token you control. Create a token that's a copy of that permanent. We got some, you know, search your library for some stuff, destroy some stuff. This one's good. You can create the 2 bears. You can put +1/+1 counters. You can search your library for 2 land cards. So that can be like anything like that. You can do the fetch lands, whatever you'd like. Squirrel enters the battlefield. Create a 1/1 squirrel creature token. We got Bootlegger Stash. Lands you control have tap. Create a treasure token. Awaken the Woods, one of my favorite cards in here. Create X 1/1 green Forest Dryad land creature tokens, which they have the tap, add the green mana. We have the Acorn Harvest. Put 2 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens. You can do flashback then. You pay 3 life and you do it again. Squirrel Souvenir. Other squirrels you can get +1/+1. Druid's Call. Whenever enchanted creature is dealt damage, his controller puts that many 1/1 green creature tokens into play. And this one, you put 4 creature tokens into play. Basically, you take a Druid's Call and you put that to the squirrel mob like I showed earlier. And if you have something like Blasting Station, I think that's what it's called, you can basically deal damage to it and just create infinite squirrel tokens. As well, I am trying to find a Druid Craft for a decent price so I can start doing with, I think it's, where's it to? With wherever that was, Squirrel Nest you can do where you just tap it, untap it, tap, untap, tap, untap, and then yeah. So then for the tokens you need for this, we have the Walking Dead treasure token. We have the squirrel. We have bear, forest dryad. We have a walker, a fairy rogue, another squirrel, a Phyrexian beast, a plant, treasure, spider, zombie, beast, wolf, pest, cat, rhino, fairy rogue, food, treasure, treasure, sapperling, cat, squirrel, Eldrazi spawn, beast, rhino, and Garruk's Curse Huntsman. I don't actually have the Lolith, the Spider Queens one, but you know. But yeah, so with that being said, that is pretty much the video that I wanted to just bring to you guys about the Chatterfang, you know, EDH deck that I have going on here. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys do have any recommendations or upgrades that I could possibly use for this deck, I am more than willing to hear your guys' suggestions, because this is my favorite deck and I love it so much. But yeah, with that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope you guys maybe actually get some things, and if you have a Chatterfang deck yourself, maybe you can do some upgrades with it. But yeah, but I would like to say, guys, thank you for the support lately. It's been absolutely insane on my little comeback that I've had. But yeah, with that being said, remember, guys, if it ain't Gawa Gang, it's no gang. I love y'all. Stay safe and peace.